Welcome back to Ian's Everyday, where today we're going to be looking at the CRKT CEO. Sorry for the abrupt change in scenery. Today we're going to be looking at the CRKT CEO. Coming in at 7.63 inches long with a blade length of 3.1 inches, it would seem like a large knife. However, this is not true. It is a very thin, slim knife that allows you for very, very pocketable carry. However, CRKT did not intend this knife to be carried in a pocket. It intended it to be carried in in a pocket, yes, but in a breast pocket of a shirt. So it's got this very thin, sleek-looking pocket clip with a tip-down carry, which is okay, but it's not quite perfect. The thumb stud is not reversible, but it did take a very, very steep learning curve to learn how to open this blade. Running on IKBS ball bearings, it is a reliably smooth knife. Now that I know how to open it, I can open it almost every time with no issue. However, when I got it, I was quite disappointed as it was very, very tight and it almost didn't open. So, with some finagling and messing around, I was able to open it and learn how to open the knife every time. To open the knife, it requires a very, very gentle hold, yet firm, but a very, very angled flick. So to hold it, I normally put my forefinger against the end of the clip and put the rest of my fingers on the body as so. And then I put my thumb on the ball, or on the thumb stud, like this. Then I do a nice, quick outward flick. I can do that in slow motion, and I'll show you guys again. The blade is very easily manipulated with one hand. Being able to open and close it with one hand is very useful for quick deployment. However, I would not consider this a self-defense blade, as it is so very thin, however, very, very pointy. Using this to open boxes, however, is a great, great experience. The teardown on this blade is very simple, and it uses a very, very standard, I believe it's a T8 or T6 torque bit. Now, when it came out of the box, it required some tuning, which is all done by this torque screw right here. Tightening it allows it for a harder deployment, whereas seen right now, I almost can't move it, so it's very stiff. Loosening it allows for a much easier deployment and to actually really use those IKBS ball bearings in there. So, disassembly is as follows. Here's a clip of the disassembly. You guys can watch it at half speed to get the full gist of it. Now to put it back together. This is a little more difficult. Oftentimes I like to put on the clip, but before you put on the clip, you've got to put on this part. This is the pin for the pivot. Now there's a D channel lock there, if I can pull it up to screen. Let's get that in focus. There's a D pin, so it's got a flat side and a non-flat side, so you have to make sure that lines up to get it to work perfectly. Then you can do a couple different things. You can add the clip back on, which I think I'm going to do next. Then you can affix the side, the bottom pins, which have this little roller here at the bottom. You can actually do by hand for most of it, and then tighten it up, like so. Now you get your whole left side connected, except for the roller bearings, which can be considered a pain, and don't lose them because they are pivotal. Get it? Pivotal to your working knife. Put this pin in. Put this in. Then you can start putting together the actual knife. So your blade goes on next, making sure that that bearing seat is on there. Be careful now, this blade is very sharp. Then you need the bearing. Side. Which slides on like so. Then the scale. And now you're ready to really tidy it up. Putting on the screw that holds onto the pivot. Now this is where you adjust your tightness and fit, and how well you like your blade to be, how tight you like it to be. Then the bottom. Which sometimes can take a minute to seat, but then does just fine. And you can see my blade's super loose. Oh, nope. It's actually got a nice fit up, so it's pretty smooth. There you go. The CRKT CEO is using a 8CR13 MOV blade steel, which should be easy to sharpen and should hold an edge reasonably well. It's not great blade steel, but for the price you're getting, which is about $30 to $40 depending on where you buy it, it can be very, very useful. When I got it out of the box, it was hair-popping sharp. I've been carrying this for about probably 3 months now, and it's been a great, very great daily carry. I don't carry it in my breast pocket. I oftentimes don't wear shirts with breast pockets. It sits in my pants pocket very, very comfortably, and I love using it. That's not to say that it wouldn't fit in the breast pocket comfortably. Coming in at 2.1 ounces, the blade is very, very light, and oftentimes that's attributed to these glass reinforced nylon handle, which makes them light and durable with a faux carbon fiber look to them. However, this does not mean they are not grippy. They are quite grippy. However, with a wet hand, I find it hard to grip them sometimes. The blade is very sleek, very slim, and fits well on a hand. When I deploy it, there is no jimping, but however, it reminds me of holding a tiny little samurai sword. Thanks for watching today's episode of Ian's Everyday, where we took a look at the CRKT CEO. Kind of rolls a little.